Hello, and welcome to the Third Party Ninjas vlog for Monday, April 23rd. This is Jesse. This week I don't have any new progress to show you on the platformer. In fact, I might have made some negative progress this week, but I do have something fun to talk about. This past weekend was the St. Louis 48-hour game jam, and I went and had an absolute blast. The theme for this month's jam was randomly selected, and it was light justice. I worked with a really great team, and we built, it sort of looks like a Double Dragon or Castle Crashers inspired side-scrolling shooter. The main character in the game is a personified light bulb. He's the sheriff, and he's fighting off an army of bandit moths. Who said games have to make sense, right? Anyway, let's take a look at the game. I'm not sure if it's going to render terribly well with the capture software running. Might be a little jerky, but let's take a look. Hopefully you can hear the music and the sound effects. Alright, so we've got a Wild West town in the background, and our hero, the light bulb, valiant and brave, shooting down these evil bugs. Too many bugs. No. Okay, and they just keep coming forever and ever. Okay, so now let's take a look at some of the tools that I used for my portion of what we did this weekend. Tim and Molly were the artists, and they did a fantastic job with the art. They drew everything on paper, then they inked it and scanned it in, and then colored it in Photoshop. And you can see right up here, this is Demina. Wow, full screen. This is my skeletal animation tool. It's built so that it's sort of like animating in 3D, where you just grab a section and you can rotate or translate the piece however you want. This is our sheriff's walking animation. And as you step through, you'll see him moving through his walk. It's way too big. Here, let me open another animation. This is his dying animation. Let's see, right here. We step through. You can see he falls down. His light bulb's cracked. He falls down. His hat hits the ground and rolls away. And he sticks his tongue out. He's dead. Okay, that's Demina. Down here, this awesome tool is Texture Packer Pro. I've been using this a bunch. The free version is good enough. You can get this at texturepacker.com. The free version is good enough for almost everything I wanted to use. The pro version has some extra cool features. You can use an extra, a really optimized packing algorithm that will get you much smaller textures if you have the pro version. And there's some cool features, like you can tell that sometimes it's packing the textures upright, and sometimes it's rotating. Whatever will fit better in the file. It's really easy if you can access your texture coordinates when you're rendering to just rotate your UVs, and then you get no loss in speed, but you get everything packed down really tightly. It's really cool. And so I've got all the different versions of all the characters. There's 2 colors for each enemy, and then there's the 2 different versions of the light bulb, the cracked and uncracked. And then his different faces, the arms and legs for all the characters, the wings for the big one. All of this stuff is packed down into a 1024 by 1024 texture. And I have lots of room left over. I could easily fit another character, probably 2 in here. So it's really cool. That's texturepacker.com, and you should really check that out. I like it a lot. Okay, and finally, This one is Glee 2D. This is actually the old version of Glee 2D. I've never, this is because I modified it. I've never upgraded to the new version that is out. Some other guy took over the code and he's created his new version, and I never upgraded because I was just too lazy to make my modifications again. Okay, and so this is the level. You can see there's all the buildings. Everything's just laid out here really nicely. I've got some metadata here. You can see this purple rectangle that's laid out over the top here is the region where the actors can walk, and I made it bigger than the level so that I could spawn enemies off screen no matter where you were in the level. And I've got another rectangle that can show where the camera is allowed to move. And since this game was so simple, I didn't bother putting in any special zoning where it could go up and down further anywhere special. There's a fixed movement sky texture in the background, which you can see back there, and that just doesn't move. It's just always in the same place when you play through the game, and so it gives a pseudo parallax scrolling effect. But since there's only 2 layers, it's not really much of an effect. Ray, who was on the team, took care of building this level out. He did a really good job. All these pieces that Molly drew. But this editor is pretty cool. You can do stuff like grab a texture and just rotate it around, or you can scale it up. Ooh, it's a big coach. Yeah, Ray did a cool thing here where he just threw in a cart that Molly had drawn and took some barrels, scaled them down so they would fit, and just stuck them in a cart. Neat little use. Hey, there's a gallows back there. I didn't see that before. That's cool. Look at that. So yeah, that's Light Justice. We didn't get very creative with the name on it. It's pretty cool. So Tim Snyder did all of the character art, and Molly Chenard, that's my wife, she did all of the background art. We had Jake Hilbolt. Maybe I should get this right. Let me bring this up again. Dun, dun, dun. Credits. All right. Yeah, Jake Hilbolt did the audio, and then Ray Phillips, who actually was on my jam team last year, he helped with the coding. He actually did more programming this time than I did, I think, and he also laid out this level. And then we had a 6th guy. His name was Ethan Hall. He did a little bit of work on Friday, but he had to head back to school. He's a student at Mizzou, I think. So that was our team. We had a lot of fun. I think the game was really successful. One thing that bugs me, though, is that while I think we had a really great-looking game, it doesn't seem like we got very much gameplay in there. And I was watching the other teams, and they just cranked out the gameplay. They were using pre-built engines like Unity or UDK, and they seemed to get a lot more out of their experience than we did. That bums me out. So I'm actually thinking about trying out Unity. I don't know. We'll see. I don't really have anything else to talk about, so thanks for watching. Talk to you later.